What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. First video of season 11 here. What they're calling the season of spice, depending on how you want to look at it. So this video is going to be part Shadow K-9 feature and part sort of evolution of a team and team building process. Usually I just run the same 3 Pokemon for a set and share that video. But for this video I'm kind of... It's a sort of a compilation of different sets and me basically trying to figure out how to make Kanto Ninetales work in a very diverse Open Great League meta right now. There are a lot of people still running the standard, most popular Pokemon, but you know, there's a good amount of people with some random spice picks, and being that I haven't reached rank 20 yet, there's even more people in the lower ranks who are just having fun or just playing with whatever they have available and maybe don't have the top meta Pokemon built yet. So some interesting games, and you'll kind of see a little bit of my thought process and how I try to put together teams. But basically with this Shadow Kanto Ninetales, which I will probably just be calling K9 because it's easier, the strategy was, you know, you have this strong nuke fire type that really only does fire type damage, and fire is a great offensive typing, but it's not the best defensive typing. It has some pretty common weaknesses. We all know water, ground, rock are pretty prevalent in the meta, so just trying to come up with Pokemon that can give me an advantage against that. So initially I led with a Trevenant and Registeel back line, but quickly realized that that team was very vulnerable to fire. So you're going to see a few games in I make some adjustments. First I had tried just maybe not leading with Ninetales, but then decided I might as well just build a new back line altogether. So I went Deoxys Politoed, which you'll see later in the video, and then finally Walrein Politoed, and just made it an ABB double water in the back. And I've been kind of sticking with the double water in the back, and even that I've tweaked further. You won't see it in this video, but I did run some sets with Walrein and Jellicent in the back, as well as now I'm going to be trying Walrein and Azumarill and see how that goes. But it's kind of going to be just an assortment of Ninetales and friends, and you'll see how it goes. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Game 1, I'm going to be leading against an Azumarill. I quickly swap to Registeel, and opponent swaps to Trevenant, so he can keep that Trevenant away from K9. So Zap Cannon actually hits Trevenant pretty hard and has the added bonus of debuffing the attack just before that Shadow Ball goes off. So I'm going to still take that neutral Shadow Ball, but you're going to see it probably does about a third, as opposed to closer to half. So able to take that. I almost threw that Focus Blast there just for a little chip damage. End up shielding because I want to see if it's possible to win back Switch here and not have Ninetales aligned with Azumarill. So I am able to win Switch, and now I'm down a shield. Sableye comes in, and I quickly realize Sableye is a real problem for this team. I have nothing for it. The best I could have done with Registeel is Zap Cannon if I had gotten it off. Ninetales with even shields might be okay. You can spam Weather Ball, and Sableye's not the bulkiest Pokemon, so you can probably take it out that way. But because I was already down a shield, you're going to see that I'm not able to get any damage off on this Sableye. Throw the Weather Ball and I get the shield there, but he quickly gets to another foul play. Or I'm sorry, I think he actually throws Return here. I probably would have gone down to a foul play just because Shadow K9's so glassy. But the return was more than enough to take me out. I have to throw the Seed Bomb here before he gets to the foul play, but he's going to shield it and just throw the foul play anyway. And you'll see just how much damage this does to Trevenant. It's enough to take it out from like 75%. So there really isn't much I could do against Sableye with this team, which is part of the reason I didn't run this particular line for very long. It just has too many weaknesses. Trevenant and Registeel make a good core, but not really with a fire type rounding them out. Anyway, this guy's running Cryogonal, which Jonkus is probably the only person I've ever seen even use one. So I had no idea what it had. I think it has like Night Slash and Solar Beam, but either way, I'm able to pressure to get a shield, and then Ninetales can pretty safely come in here. I throw just so I don't have to take any moves, and I figured he'd be happy to let it go. But a Weather Ball probably kills it 4 times over. So we still have some play against Empoleon since we had residual energy there, and it's going to be taking neutral damage. But those waterfalls quickly take me out, and he's got another move ready, or he's got a lot of energy here. We bring in Trevenant here, but yeah, he throws that Drill Peck right away, and he's going to get my second shield. Not trying to take that Drill Peck. And he's going to swap out immediately, which really not a great call, swapping in Medicham with no shields into Trevenant. I don't know what he was thinking there. I probably would have stayed in and fast moved down a little bit, see if he'll throw right away. But anyway, that's going to be that game. Now, you'll see here that I have already switched to Deoxys and Politoed on this game. Like I said, Registeel Trevenant just wasn't really doing it for me. I wanted to run more of an ABB-like team, so you have now Ninetales and then 2 Pokemon in the back that can deal with Ninetales counters. Now, Deoxys countering down Umbreon would have been ideal here, but I figured he would probably just swap immediately if I did that, so I went into Politoed just to soak up some energy, and we're basically just spamming Weather Ball until this Umbreon takes us out at this point. So Weather Ball after Weather Ball until those foul plays become too much to deal with. We're not going to shield Politoed because we don't really need it, or at least I didn't think that we would need it, but I still haven't seen what else is in the back, so here's where I kind of messed up. I let this foul play go because I know I can comfortably take a couple, but without knowing what's in the back, you really don't want to let something go down like this. So I let it go, and I end up being pretty low. I farm it down, and now Nidoqueen comes in. And if I was still healthier, I could fire off these Psycho Boosts and save Deoxys to have some play later. But I'm only able to get 1 shield from that Nidoqueen. And, you know, we can throw another move here, but he can comfortably let that go. And now I have to start shielding, or otherwise just let this go. I let it go because I know it's just Poison Fang, but now in comes Shadow Swampert. So, yeah, Politoed would have had a lot of play here, actually. I probably shouldn't have let it go down. Or at least, you know, maybe shield Deoxys to keep it a little healthier to deal with this this back line. Because even here, if I have a little more health, maybe I can farm down the Shadow Swampert and throw 2 more Psycho Boosts at Nidoqueen, or even try to bait with Thunderbolt and then throw the Psycho Boost. But that's going to be that game. Now, Ninetales leading into Medicham in Game 4 here. He throws the Ice Punch. I was waiting for Power Up Punch. If he started charging up too much, I probably would have just shielded or maybe swapped out there, but he threw pretty early, so I knew it wasn't going to be the Psychic. Either way, the Ice Punch doesn't do anything. Politoed comes in, and now he's got a double fire back line. So already this is basically a good game. There's not a whole lot he can do to my team with a double fire back line. And I'm pretty comfortable just sitting in here with Politoed and spamming Weather Ball against this Talonflame. I know that he basically has to throw Flame Charge here if he wants to have even a chance of running this back. So I just let it go. And then he's going to try to get to a Brave Bird here. The timing of that Weather Ball was not the best, but I'm in such a safe position here that I didn't really care. I'm able to just shield this potential Brave Bird, and from here, he doesn't really have a whole lot else he can do. I've got 2 Weather Balls stored up against this Incineroar, so we throw 1, he lets it go, we throw another one. Oh, I'm sorry, he has no shields, so of course he's going to let it go. But we quickly take care of Incineroar without having to deal with any damage, and now I just come into Walrein to get to that Icicle Spear to go ahead and end this game. He decides he's going to put it all on throwing another move. Don't know why, but, you know, more power to you, I guess. Flame Charge isn't going to be nearly enough. Icicle Spear is going to take him out, and that's going to be that game. So, a little bit more solid with Walrein on the team. I think Walrein complements K-9 very well. And now this 5th game with the Mandibuzz lead. This game was tricky because I kept trying to throw my move and swap before taking a hit from Mandibuzz, because I know Mandibuzz's counts are 4-3 for Foul Play or Aerial Ace. He throws Aerial Ace here, which I thought was odd. I don't know if he thought he was going to catch something, or if he just misclicked, or maybe he... At that point I was thinking maybe he's not double moved. So I throw another Weather Ball and try to swap again, but we CMP tied both times, I guess. So this time he throws the foul play. So now I'm like, I don't know what the point was of that. Pretty sure the energy is pretty much the same, so I don't think you necessarily save energy by throwing aerial ace and then foul play there. I could be wrong, but we're able to switch in Politoed and just throw this Weather Ball before his next move so that we don't take too much more damage. And we preserve Ninetales that way. So the next Pokemon that's going to come in is Whiscash, which is fine by me because Ninetales already doesn't have to deal with it, and even if I lose Politoed here, we can comfortably bring in Walrein to deal with this Whiscash as long as we keep that last shield. So I go for the nuke. I figure, you know, if for some reason he decides not to shield here, we're okay. He shields, so good call by him. He knows he has to preserve that Whiscash if he wants to deal with my Ninetales, so it makes sense that he would shield there. I probably could have baited, but I don't know if I would have got to the Blizzard anyway. So in comes Whiscash, like I said, to deal with this. Walrein to deal with this Whiscash. He swaps to G-Fisk because that's the last Pokemon he has, and then this was kind of a Diamond Hands play. I charged up to get to the, I got to the Weather Ball here. I shield. I wasn't sure if I would have enough energy to get to the Overheat or if I should just throw the Weather Ball. So I try, and I'm just able to get to the Overheat without any lag or over-tapping or, yeah. With like 1 HP, I basically nuke that thing and then go down right away, which is really the most optimal play because that way Whiscash doesn't really get any farm off Ninetales, and Walrein can just immediately come back in and start pelting that thing with Icicle Spears. He does get to another Mud Bomb, but it's not going to do much against Walrein. So I'm able to just finish this thing off, and that's going to be a good game. So a few wins, a few losses. Like I said, this video is mostly just about, you know, hey, you have a Pokemon that you want to run, and you don't know what's going to work. So, I mean, especially in this season where rating is not visible, why not? Just try a bunch of different things in the back line and see what you can get to work and see what's good. Another thing I really like about this season is some of these rewards right now are really nice. If you have a chance to look over the Pokemon that are being offered, a lot of good stuff. So, highly recommend playing as many sets as you can. And just not taking it too serious, especially this season. There's really no reason to. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Feel free to give Kanto Ninetales a try in Open Great League. Or if not, you know, I think I could be wrong, but I think Kanto Cup is coming for a week this season. It's definitely really solid in Kanto Cup, so maybe build around it there. But yeah, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it if you leave a like or a sub. I try to get a video out like every week if I can. But yeah, other than that, feel free to let me know in the comments what kind of Spice Pokemon you've been running this season, what's working and what isn't, and just your general thoughts on Season 11 so far. And I'll see you next time.